Hi YouTube, this is Mama Bear 87 again, and today I'm doing a video a day from my nursery. I cannot believe I'm saying this. I'm finally sitting in this empty room that I'm going to start preparing. Yes, I know I'm almost due and it's almost time and this should be ready, but unfortunately we have two other kids and not enough time to make it happen. Hopefully within the next month we can do so because I'm already 33 weeks, so there's really not a lot of time. Today I wanted to do a video really quickly about about siblings. Really it's a video about how to prepare yourself, and how I prepare myself regarding my other kids, and expecting a new baby. I have two other kids. I have one boy who's 4 years old and I have a little girl who's 2 years old, and I'm currently pregnant with another baby girl. So the main thing this time, as I was getting ready for delivering another baby, that really got me nervous was how to deal with it all, with the other two children. I didn't really think about it that much when I had my daughter because it was just Alexander. So it was just that one kid that I had to find somebody to take care of him for a day or two while I was in the hospital, and then my husband was going to go back and forth, and so on. But this time it's two kids, and no one, and we're practically by ourselves really. My mom helps out as much as she can, but it's not like she lives right next door. And so you don't put you don't put two kids in the same place you put one kid. Not everybody, like you have your friendly neighbor who's gonna say, oh yeah, sure, I'll watch your child. But then it's two kids and people all of a sudden go like, wow, this is really a lot. So then I was nervous about it. Not really at the beginning, so much as when they told me that I could be having a C-section, because my two other birds were a vaginal delivery. So when they told me that I was having a C-section, I freaked out. Not that I was having it, but that I might have it because I have low-lying placenta. So I freaked out because I knew right from there that I'm all day long by myself in the house with the two kids, and I have to take Alexander to school, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that at least the first week that I was out of the C-section. And I didn't really know how much time I had to be in recovery in the hospital. I only prepared for the 2 days that I had been in the hospital with Alexander, with Anuska, the both of the time that I delivered them. So to kind of ease my nervousness, I know a lot of people, when I research it, they say, well, don't be afraid to ask for help, ask anybody, da 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 da. But then I was like, I don't have nobody to ask for help. I don't know if you're kind of like me. Like, I don't have a friend in the neighborhood that I can let my kids go to. I'm not used to letting my kids go to anybody's house. So that was the one thing that I had to learn at the beginning to get myself ready for that moment, to accept help. My mother had helped me in other cases, but I never let her take my kids to her house to sleep over. So that was kind of the things that I did to transition into it. While I was in the beginning of my pregnancy, as soon as I realized that that might have been a possibility, I tried I set up sleepovers over my mom's house, with the kids, so that I would get used to not having them in the house and for a little while, and so that she would get used to take care of them, all night long and stuff like that. Especially difficult because I'm potty training my daughter. So at the beginning of that whole potty training transition, she'll be potty trained with you at home, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she'll do it right away with somebody else. It's not you. So that was difficult. The other thing that was difficult, that I tried to set up, was that I'm really, it's not like I had a lot of people to ask to take care of my kids, or that I trust to take care of my kids, or even it's not like I felt comfortable, not because I didn't trust my friends, but because I'm not feeling comfortable ever with anybody, like I said, not even my mother, in having the kids sleep over. Like, having them for a little time, it was fine for me, but sleeping over in somebody's houses, that was kind of like very hard for me. So I agree with my husband that if the worst came to an end and he couldn't get time off from his job for a week or two, then they were gonna sleep over at my mother's house. And then I talked to the godmother of my daughter, and she agreed to, on the weekends and anytime she could watch at least my daughter. That way, I don't have to worry about my older son, which really is only a worry about taking him to school and picking him up. Because any other part of the day, he's a big boy already, so it's not like I was gonna make, any heavy lifting or anything with him. It'll be probably more with my daughter. So we kind of arranged for that, and for my toddler to be a few hours of a day with her godmother, and then if there were any need of sleeping over, then she would have done it at my mother's house. The other thing that I did was that I right away got 2 book bags. So these are my book bags. These used to be the book bag that I didn't buy them. Like, I had them in the house literally, but if you want, you can go ahead and buy them. I got this little one because this was the book bag that I had at home for my son that he was using last year in school, in preschool, in daycare actually. And then this big book bag I had because my daughter was going to daycare at the beginning of my pregnancy, but then I stopped working. So I got her a book bag at the beginning of the year to kind of bring everything to daycare. And so I used the same book bag that I had at home. So that's the only reason why both of them are different, really. I mean, one is smaller and one is bigger. It's not because of the age of the children or anything related to that. I only have a couple of minutes off, and I really wanted to talk about what I had inside the book bags. So I'm guessing I'm going to do that in another video. So follow the link below, or look it up. I'm gonna make another video regarding what's inside these 2 book bags. But this one was just to kind of let you know what I did to prepare my other kids. I mean, to prepare myself really to have another child and to be having a C-section. I arranged for somebody to take care of them on the weekends. I arranged for a sleepover in case there ever was a need of one. I arranged for my younger daughter to be taken care of a few hours during the day. I talked to 2 friends of mine so that they could help me having lots of food at the house that I kind of would be able to reheat every time I needed to eat something, for at least to survive for the first week of the C-section. And the other thing was that this time, every year we take vacation. This year we didn't go on vacation yet, because I wanted my husband to have that week off that 2 weeks of vacations kind of off and hanging in there, so that if I did go into the C-section, then he kind of would tuck his work so that he would get his vacation while I was delivering the baby. Those are my tips to sort of get ready with the other kids and having the C-section. All right. So thank you so much for listening, and have a good day. Love you guys.